Good morning, students. Manufacturing industries part 2, agro-based industries. Agro-based industries are those industries which depend upon the agricultural raw material like sugar, cotton, silk. These are the industries which is based on agriculture. Cotton textile industry. India has a famous manufacturing of cotton textiles since ancient time. In Middle Ages, India have a very fine quality of cotton which is known as muslin. But after the partition of Bangladesh and Pakistan area, parts of India's growing areas of cotton went to Bangladesh or to Pakistan region. Textile industry. The textile industry is not only one of the oldest but also one of the most widespread in India. The textile industry varies in its scale of operation, means small scale to large scale, from handloom weavers, villagers and power loom units to moderate size to large mill employing hundreds of workers. Means in this the people or laborers get work from the beginning to make the yarn and weaving on the hand loom or by the power loom. Cotton textile. The first cotton mill was started in Mumbai in 1851, and the advantage of setting up a cotton textile industry in Mumbai is that humid climate condition. Humid climate condition is good for making up of yarn or spinning up of fabric. The yarn was exported to China at that time. In up to 1930, Mumbai was only leading center, but after that it come with the competition with Ahmedabad, and then the competition start with the other places also. Maharashtra cotton textile industry. Maharashtra cotton textile industry is the oldest textile industry in India and produces nearly 40% of mill clothes for India. It gives employment to a large number of people, and the famous area in Maharashtra is Mumbai. Now, why Mumbai has become the center for the textile industry in Maharashtra? First reason is black cotton soil. Black cotton soil supports the growth of cotton, which is the raw material for the cotton textile industry. Second is humid climate, which helps in the making up of thread and weaving up of the clothes. Next, cheap hydroelectricity from Tata hydroelectric grid, so that to run the machines. Skilled and unskilled laborers from the nearby areas. Ready market. It have a ready market. Why? Because it have a hot and humid type of climate. So throughout the year, people prefer to wear the cotton clothes. Well connected road and railways to hinterland. Means from the area of manufacturing or from the raw material, roads and railways are connected to each other and even to the port region. Abundant of soft water. Soft water is available here for the different processing like bleaching and abundant of soft water is available here for the process of bleaching and different processing. Mumbai is a location as an international port, airport or seaport. So because of that, exporting and importing of goods can be done easily. It have connected with the Middle East Asian countries. So demand of the Middle East cotton of India is in more demand, and in Maharashtra banking facility is given on a less interest. So setting up of industry, textile industry in Maharashtra is easy. Next is Gujarat. Gujarat is the second largest producer of cotton textile. It gives about 23% of the milk clothes, and out of 118 mills, 73 mills are in Ahmedabad. So Ahmedabad is the main center of cotton textile industry in Gujarat. Reasons are that Ahmedabad is near to cotton growing areas, so the raw material is easily available. It have a humid type of climate, which is ideal for making up of cotton thread. It has the advantage of both Kandla. Kandla is a seaport, which is a free trade zone, and Mumbai for export and import of machinery or finished goods. And these two areas are well connected with roads and railways. In Ahmedabad, machines are producing the cheap quality or cheapest cotton clothes so that every person can buy it, and it gets the cheap hydroelectricity power, and even Sabarmati thermal power station is giving electricity to them for running the machines, and cheap labors are found in nearby areas. Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. Tamil Nadu is the important cotton textile industry in South India, and it produces about 6% of milk clothes of India and 1/3 of the total yarn production of the country. Now why it is so? Because again Tamil Nadu is a coastal area, so it have a hot and humid type of climate. Here the mills are small in size. Chennai is a port area. It also have a ready-made market because as the climatic condition is hot and humid. Famous area is Madurai. Now West Bengal. West Bengal, the important textile industry is in Kolkata, which enjoys the humid climate for making up of thread. It gets the coal from the nearby Raniganj. It gets the labor from the nearby areas like Bihar, Jharkhand. It is well connected with roads and railways. Fresh water from the Hooghly river for the processing of like bleaching and cleaning, and ready market. Why it is have a ready market? Because it also have a hot and humid type of climate throughout the year. So because of that, it always have a ready market for the consumption of cotton clothes. Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, the most cotton textile industry has developed along the western part of Uttar Pradesh, and famous one is Kanpur. The reason is it have easily available labors. It have a fresh water from the Ganga river. Ready market because the consumption of cotton clothes is more during the summer season. Banking facility, the government is giving good banking facilities on the less interest, and the important centers are Kanpur, Moradabad and Etawah. But Uttar Pradesh is not the area where the cotton is produced. It is not a centralized industry, it is a decentralized industry. Now important centers of cotton textile industry: Maharashtra, Mumbai, Solapur, Pune, Nagpur, Amravati, Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Surat, Jamnagar, Bharuch, Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior, Indore, Bhopal, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai, Salem, Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur, Mau, Nath, Bhanjan, West Bengal, Kolkata, Murshidabad. So these are the places, the cotton of these places are famous throughout India. Significance of textile industry. Now significance or the importance of textile industry is that it gives value to the industrial output. It gives number of persons employment from the process of ginning to making up of fabric or making the finished goods from the cotton. It adds the value to the export, means the demand of Indian cotton is more towards the other countries, so export adds value to foreign currency or to our economic condition can improve through this. And nearly 40% of the country's labor force depends on cotton textile industry because it provides large number of employment to the people. Now next is important agro-based industry is sugar industry. Sugar industry, it depends upon the sugar cane. Sugar industry, it was introduced by the Britishers in India. India after Brazil is the second largest producer of sugar cane in the world. but the sucrose means the sugar juice, sucrose content in Indian sugarcane is not high as it is very thin, and because of the climatic condition, because the belt of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana, it have a climatic condition which is, you can say, temperate. So because of that, during the summer season temperature is very high, and during the winter the temperature falls down, and sometimes it is a frost condition which is harmful for the crop. So because of that, the thin which contains the sucrose is very less. In 1960-61, 60% of total sugar used in production of the sugar belt mainly comes from the Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, and today its production has reduced to 30%, and new states have taken place in place of northern India. Southern India is taking place in the growth of sugar cane. Chief centers of northern India where the sugar industries or sugarcane farms are there, and related to that we have a sugar mills. First, about the Bihar and Uttar Pradesh belt, the largest quality of sugarcane is produced in this belt. Means Uttar Pradesh and Bihar produces a large quantity of sugarcane. So sugar mills are also more here. Coal is obtained from the Jharkhand area for running the machines. Railway facilities available, widespread, connecting with the raw material to the coal area, so that they can industry can or the mills can easily get all the things on a regular time. Skilled laborers can be get from the nearby areas like itself Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. From here the laborers can easily be getting. Kanpur is the chief distributing center or marketing center for sugar industry in northern India. Apart from this, in UP we have Gorakhpur, Saharanpur, Lucknow, Kanpur, Sitapur. These are the places where we have a sugar mill. In Bihar it is Muzaffarnagar and Munger, Darbhanga district. Significance of sugar mill. The most important significance of sugar mill is that it gives employment to a people. Means about 3.50 lakh workers gets the employment because of sugar mills, and it is the second largest agro-based industry which is giving employment to laborers after cotton textile industry. You can see here the colored portion. These are the places where the sugar cane farms are there and sugar mills. So there are almost 10 states. You can say Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar in the northern belt. Then in the southern belt it is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Products. We get jaggery, brown sugar are produced from the indigenous method, means the direct method, after boiling up of sugar juice we get this, and 30% of the sucrose is used for making the white sugar. Products: jaggery and brown sugar, and 30% of sucrose is used for making the white sugar. Apart from that, we have a byproducts. Byproducts are the leftover things after the taking of the sucrose from the cane. These are bagasse, molasses and press mud. Bagasse is a rejected cane after crushing is done. So whatever is left is used for making the paper, cardboard, insulation board. It was also used as a fuel in the sugar mill industry. Molasses, a dark colored syrup, is used for as an industrial power, plastic, alcohol or rum. It is also given as a cattle feed. It is used in the chemical industry for making the fertilizer, and even it is used in the formation of synthetic rubber. Press mud is used for shoe polish, carbon paper and for the extraction of wax. Problems of sugar industry. First, low and irregular supply of raw material. Like in northern India, the climatic condition not favors the growth of sugarcane. So because of that, in northern India, the supply of raw material is irregular or low. Fluctuation in the output of raw material. This industry is primarily agro-based, hence it is seasonal. So sometime it as if the farmers depends upon the monsoon, which is erratic in nature. So sometime the crop is good and the other time it is not good. The yield is not proper. Short crushing season. Short crushing season means just after cutting down of the cane, it should be crushed within 48 hours. So as the crushing season is very less, that is 4 to 5 months, so it have to be crushed along with the cutting down. So if it is not done, then this is a wastage of a sucrose and we will not get the proper sucrose for making up of sugar. Small and uneconomic size of sugar mills. Sugar mills are small in size, means they have only the capacity of 1000 to 15,000 tons per hectare, but it should be more than that if we have a good yield of sugar cane. Old and obsolete machinery. Most of the machineries are very old in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar belt, and still they are working with that and the production is less. Imbalanced distribution of sugar mill. It means that most of the sugar mills in Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra are located in such a way that they are not sugar cane growing farmers are not able to reach to those mills for getting the sucrose or making or selling the sugar cane for making up of sugar. So that is a loss. Non-use of byproducts. Byproducts like molasses, bagasse and press mud. Farmers or the mill owners, they are not using it, so because of that they are in the loss. 40% of country's labor force depends on textile industry for employment because it is a very wide area or industry from cultivation to making the ready-made goods. Next agro-based industry is sugar industry. Sugarcane is like a grass. Sugar industry. India, after Brazil, is the second largest producer of sugarcane in the world. But the sucrose content of Indian sugarcane is very thin because of its temperate climatic condition. So they are thin in nature and sugar mills are not near to the sugarcane farms. So because of that, sucrose, that is the sugarcane juice which is present in sugarcane, decreases, and this sugarcane belt in North India is Uttar Pradesh and Bihar belt, where the maximum cultivation of sugarcane take place. Up to 1960-61, 60% of total amount of sugar is used to produce sugar from the belt of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Now it has decreased to 30% and southern states are taking its place because in the southern place the climatic condition is good as compared to northern India. Chief centers in northern India. Reasons for localization of sugar industry in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Why Bihar and Uttar Pradesh have more sugar mills? Because it is the belt where the sugar cane is produced on a large quantity. Second, coal for the power is obtained from the Jharkhand. Railway facilities are available by widespread, that is nearby areas Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. From there they can get the skilled and unskilled labor easily. Kanpur is the area where it has been produced in a large quantity, so it has been taken as the chief distributing and marketing center for sugar industry in India. In Bihar it is Darbhanga and Munger and Muzaffarpur. Uttar Pradesh it is Gorakhpur, Sultanpur, Lucknow, Kanpur, All these are the places where the sugar mills are there to produce sugar. Significance or importance of sugar mill is that it gives employment to a large number of people, and it is the second largest agro-based industry after textile industry. Here in the map you can see the colored areas. These colored areas are the sugar cane producing centers and sugar mills like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar in the northern India, and in southern India it is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and parts of Andhra Pradesh. Products: jaggery and brown sugar. It is directly made from taking out the sugarcane juice, and 30% of sucrose is used to make white sugar, which is done in machines in industries. Products: jaggery and brown sugar, and 30% of sucrose to make the white sugar, and it also have a byproducts which is made after taking out the sugarcane juice or sucrose from the sugarcane. So the leftover cane or after boiling the sugarcane juice, these products comes out, which is known as byproducts. So these are bagasse, molasses and press mud. Bagasse is a rejected cane after crushing. Crushing means after taking out the sucrose, the leftover cane is used to manufacture paper, cardboard and insulation board, and earlier it is also used as fuel for in the sugarcane mills only for boiling up of sucrose. Molasses, it is a dark color syrup which has been removed from the top of the boiling sucrose and is used as an industrial power, making up of plastic, alcohol or rum. It is also given to animals as a cattle feed. It is mixed with the other material and make synthetic rubber, and it is used as a chemicals in chemical industry and also used to make fertilizer for the crops. Press mud is used as a shoe polish, carbon paper and for the extraction of wax. Problems of sugar industry. First, low and irregular supply of raw material. In India, if we compare the northern India and southern India, the temperature is not good, the climatic condition is not good, so because of that the raw material supply is not regular. Fluctuation is output of the raw material. Why fluctuation? Because if the farmers depends upon the monsoon, which is erratic in nature, they are not able to give the proper or good yield. So every year there is a fluctuation. Short crushing season. Crushing season is a time when the sucrose is removed from the sugarcane. So in northern India we have only 4 months, while in southern India it is up to 7 to 8 months. Small and uneconomic size of sugar mill. Sugar mills are very small, they produces only 1000 to 15,000 ton per day, but it should be more than that because in India yield is more as compared to mills. Old and obsolete machineries. Here the machines are very old, they are not running properly, so its output is also less. Imbalanced distribution of sugar mills. Sugar mills in India is not properly distributed according to sugarcane farm. So because of that, farmers are not able to take the sugar cane for the crushing on time. Non-use of byproducts. Farmers are not using the byproducts. Byproducts are leftover cane which gives us molasses, bagasse and press mud. So they are in the loss. Now there are conditions which is suitable for the growth of sugarcane in South India and the mills in South India. Or you can say there is a difference between the sugar industry of northern India and peninsular India. Peninsular India has a tropical climate while the northern India have a temperate type of climate. Southern India have a black soil with a higher amount of temperature, good amount of rainfall, and it is a frost free growing season because winter is not clear in the tropical region. So all the geographical condition is suitable for growing the sugarcane and to set up the mills. Second is the sucrose content is higher in the tropical variety of sugarcane in south as compared to North India. North India have a temperate type of climate. During the summer season the temperature increases and sometimes there is a the local wind blows which is a dry. So because of that sucrose present in the sugarcane decreases. So it is thin in nature. Then crushing season is longer in South India as compared to North India. Like in North India it is a 4 months only, but in the South India it is 7 to 8 months. Then these industries are set up by the cooperative sugar mills, and here the machines are new, not obsolete machinery. So because of that production of sugarcane is more in southern India as compared to northern India. Now in northern India machines are old and sick mills are there, equipments are old, so production is less. Now if you compare with the soil, southern India have a black soil which is good for the growth of sugarcane. Northern India have a alluvial soil but the climatic condition not favors. And even the rainfall is also good, and if the rainfall is not there then they have the irrigation facilities for the growth of sugarcane. So sugarcane industry can be set up now easily in the southern India. Now resource centers have been set up in Lucknow and Coimbatore for improvement in the sugarcane. Now the new variety of sugarcane has been introduced which is known as Coimbatore cane. It has been done with the cloning with the jowar, which is a better quality of a cane, and a new variety of cane are being experimented, which research is still going on to have a new type of cane which can be grown easily in the northern belt, and it can be grown easily in the West Bengal, and maximum use of byproducts by the mill owners or by the farmers, just to reduce the cost of sugar and to get the profit in this field. I think agro-based industry is clear to you all. If you have any question, you can ask me. Till then, thank you.